Alright, welcome again to this is day 17 of the 30-day Periscope Challenge, and nice smoggy sunset. Reverse direction, that's looking east, not west. Okay, my name is Barry Selby, and I am known as the Love Doctor, particularly the Heartbreak Repair Specialist, and I have a #1 best-selling book called 50 Ways to Love Your Lover. It's on Amazon, you can find it, etc. That was a little point I was trying to teach there. This is Peri-tips. This is my other channel. I do two channels now. One is my love coaching, and this is my Periscope tips, called Peri-tips for short. So, this Periscope tip is Who Are You?, which I just did, in case you didn't notice. I've been watching people's Periscopes, and I learned this early on and messed it up a few times, so I want to save you the trouble. When you go on Periscope, I did tell you in a previous tip a couple of days ago, you can go back and watch these, and I'll give you that link again in a moment, is you can go in and put in a title, which I recommend highly, because then people know what you're doing or what you're talking about. They come find you. Simple, you know? But what I also notice is people sometimes start their scopes, and like I've done too many times, and jumped in and started talking about the subject, forgetting to tell people who they are. Yes, you have your Twitter ID, but if your Twitter ID is not your name, it's some unusual thing, copywriting, well, it's not so much that. It's just knowing how to explain who you are in like 10 seconds. So when you start your Periscope, this color keeps flipping, and I'm one of my fastidiousness things. For titles, yeah, I mentioned that in my scope yesterday. Yesterday? I think it was yesterday. So by the way, this is day 3 of my Peri-tips launch. So if you want to find out my previous ones, sidebar on this, go to catch.me with a K, katch.me/Barry Selby, and you can scan through the different videos I've done. There's about 17, 18 of them right now. And look for the ones to talk about Peri-tips. There's 2 yesterday and the day before. This is number 3. Okay, so back on topic, because it's going to be a brief one. This particular Periscope tip, you missed my email address yesterday? It's Barry, B-A-R-R-Y, at barryselby.com. Easy to remember, hopefully. Just drop me an email, Paul, and we can chat. And let me know the details of what you're looking for help with, please. So back to this one, to the Peri-tip. As I said, I've seen people forget to do titles, especially the first timers, so that's always good to do that, and that's mentioned in the previous one. But the one I'm talking about today is simple, is to remember to tell people on the scope who you are. It sounds so simple, particularly if you are bringing some teaching, which most of the people I work with are. There are some people on Periscope, admittedly, who are just there to be noticed. They're the wannabe film stars, TV stars, reporters, etc. And they're just saying, look, I'm walking down the street and doing this and doing that. Actually, no, I'm not South Africa, I'm from England. Live in America, I have for many years. So it's a slightly Americanized English accent. As someone says, like the middle of the pond. Thank you, I appreciate that. It ain't changing, it's who I am. So I'm glad you like it. The fact is that if we are teaching something important, or have value to give, and we're helping other people, it's nice to give people a sense of who you are. Not just your name, or your Twitter handle, or where you live, but giving you some valuable content. So it's important, sometimes, to tell people who you are. Now I have an advantage, excuse me, of having a book I can stick on screen, because I'm a published author. That has impact for my audience. 50 Ways to Love Your Lover, by the way. On Amazon, that's the cover, so you can go find it. On available Kindle, physical. If you want to put it on your mobile device, whatever. Okay? Again, that's sharing who you are. So when you do your own Periscopes, make sure that you both put a title in to describe what you're doing, and secondly, put out in your teaching, or sort of in your speaking, some people don't read the Periscope stuff, what it is that you are talking about, and also who you are. So I've learned this, and I'm becoming practice because I've done it enough times, and that's why I'm doing this 30-day Periscope challenge, to indoctrinate myself in how to do this. I hope you are too. So this is day 3 of the Periscope Peri-tips, and this one is one I'm teaching to get you on track. So if you're starting doing Periscope scopes yourself, this is how to get practiced. Put a title on front. At the beginning of your scope, say your name clearly, which I tend to forget sometimes and rush into it because I know it so well. My name, that is. And also what your title designation experience is. Some people I know do ones, they've been writing music for 30 years and they're talking about music, which is great because they have experience. Two of my friends actually on Periscope are drummers, And one of my friends is a drummer with some major bands, so he can use that as language, as basically edification for himself. So if you are someone who's going to teach something to other people, which I hope if you're using Periscope you are, because it's a great platform to share knowledge and help people for free, then make sure you tell people what you're about. Because I could just be Joe Schmo from up the street if I didn't have the book, my title, I didn't tell you about that. It's like, oh yeah, let's talk about this. Who is this guy? So for your own success in your Periscopes, describe to people what you do. What is your qualification or skill set or background, or you've been studying this for how many years, what it is you've been through that teaches people something of value, give the value. Okay? That's it, that's simple. Who are you? When someone asks you that, how do you respond? That can work to a degree. It's simple, explainable. What is it and who is it you are? Got it? By the way, thank you for the hearts, I appreciate it. Periscope novice, or you're learning how to use Periscope, you want to get more support, I am highly recommending joining our little group on Facebook. I am getting experience with Facebook now, I'm sorry, with Facebook, I've used it for 8 years, with using Periscope. If you want to learn how to get tips, keys and stuff and share in a smaller group so we get together and talk about this stuff, there's about 120 of us in the group. There's a 30-day Periscope challenge. This is day 17 for me, and I've done 17 days of scoping, so I'm doing 2 a day now. Come join us. And if you want to find out more about that, go to a website I'm going to give you, which is not mine. It's Michelle Whiteheart, and that's Michelle with 2 L's, White the color, H-A-R-T for heart.com/Periscope. When you sign up in there, she'll send you the links and everything to the Facebook group. You can join us and have fun. It's a great experience, and also we help each other. That's why I'm doing these Peri-tips, because I was doing it in the Facebook comments, but only 120 people could see that. So I'm doing Periscope tips this way, so that anybody watching can get benefit and learn how to use Periscope better. That's kind of my thing, is I like helping people get what they want. Yes, my area is in relationships, but I'm kind of a nerd, so I do know stuff about Periscope. I've been watching and learning myself too. Alright? That is the end of my day's Periscopes. If you missed my previous one today, please go back and watch that. This one, previous ones I've done, and that one will all be up on catch.me shortly. K-A-T-C-H, as in catch with a K, .me/barryselby. Or is it that way around? No, it's this way around. I'm thinking backwards. Catch.me/barryselby is where you'll find all my scopes for the last 17 days. Peri-tips and love tips. That's it. Any questions, any thoughts before I jump off? And by the way, feel free to keep tapping the screen for hearts. I did mention on a previous scope, and I'm going to plug it here because it's always good to do. On the live broadcast or on the replay, you can tap the screen for hearts if you're on a mobile device, not on a computer obviously. But on a mobile device you can tap the screen for hearts up to 500 hearts per replay or per broadcast. That's kind of cool. No questions, I guess that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow both with a love, support, question, tip, experience, and also a Peri-tip. Alright, have fun. I'm going to go and watch a movies tonight. Have a good evening, and I will see you back on Periscope tomorrow around 6 p.m. Pacific time. Take care of yourselves. Bye.